All right, welcome back. Now, it's now becoming a common practice for some state governors to meddle in judicial affairs in their respective states now, including politicizing the appointment of chief judges of their state. So you have a situation whereby a candidate who is qualified and meets all the requirements to be made a chief judge of a state, but then the governor stands as a stumbling block in their career growth for flimsy reasons. We're seeing this happen in Gombe State now, where the state government has been accused of denying Justice Beatrice Ilia her elevation as chief judge, allegedly based on the personal opinion of the Attorney General of the state. Ilia, who is the most senior judge in the Gombe State judiciary, was appointed acting chief judge. But instead of confirming her as a substantive chief judge now, upon the expiration of her acting capacity now, two other judges were nominated, and of course, a far junior judge, I should say now, was appointed as acting chief judge of the state. This is the same case we have seen in Cross River State, where of course, which has been without a permanent head of the judiciary now for close to a year. Instead, within the space of 11 months, Governor Ben Ayade has sworn in 3 different acting chief judges in controversial circumstances. In fact, the last one was sworn in after there was a vacuum for about 46 days. Now, the question is, with all of this interference, can we really say there is judicial independence? And what exactly is the NJC doing about this? Why is the NJC not able to wield the big stick now and ensure that these governors and that the proper things now are done? Joining me now from Gombe State via Skype to discuss this is Ibrahim Mella, who of course is a legal practitioner. Ibrahim, thank you very much for joining us on the program. This is not surprising because we've seen this in Cross River State. Even before Cross River State, we saw this in Rivers State, to be precise. I mean, we saw this under the former governor of Rivers State. So we've actually seen this. But give us a clear idea of what exactly the situation is in Gombe State and why Justice Ilia now is being prevented from becoming the chief judge of that state, even when she's the most senior judge they have in the judiciary there.
All right. Thank you very much for having me. The simple reason as to why we still don't have a CJ, that's the chief judge in Gombe State, is simply because some people somewhere feel that the one we have available, the one who is supposed to be the CJ, is not their candidate for whatever reason. You see, as you rightly mentioned, we've had these experiences in River State and in Cross River State. So the reason cannot be there cannot be a universal reason. The simple reason is that there is interference by the executive arm of government on the judiciary. The governors have converted themselves into emperors. They want to dictate what happens in the state, including in other branches of the, including in other arms of government. So that's the simple reason. The simple reason is that the governor, possibly through the Honorable Attorney General, feels, and some other persons as well, feel that Honorable Justice Beatrice Lazarus Ilia is not fit or is not their kind of person. Some other persons have accused them that it's because she's a woman. Well, I don't want to believe that it's because she's a woman, because the first chief judge of Gombe State is actually a woman, the Honorable Justice Zainab Bulkatua, who recently retired as the past president of the Court of Appeal. So because of that, because of the fact that we've had a woman as CJ, I don't want to believe that one of the impediments, the militating against...
Is there... Okay, let me just read out something the Attorney General actually wrote when he forwarded those two names, and I want to get your reaction to that. This is what the Attorney General said. He said, I'm trying to get that now. He said that's the Honorable Attorney General proposal. Actually, he acknowledged. He said, "My seniority." Just hold on now. I'm just trying to get the exact words to use. He said, actually acknowledged that even though Justice Beatrice is actually the most senior, but that in terms of comparative satisfactory performance, that the other judges fare far better than her. And this is what he said. He said, in view of comparative satisfactory performance and exemplary leadership qualities exhibited by Justice Muazu Abdul Kadri Pindiga as acting chief judge, and I think that's the name of the judge now that has been submitted for confirmation as chief judge. He said, vis-a-vis Honorable Beatrice Ilia, I deviate from the non-binding convention to propose to the Gombe State Judicial Commission to present to the National Judicial Council the name of Honorable Justice Muazu Abdul Kadri Pindiga as the preferred candidate of the office of Chief Judge of Gombe State, and Honorable Joseph A. Awak as the two are most eminently qualified and suitable to be appointed as Chief Judge of Gombe State. So basically, essentially, the Honorable Attorney General saying that these two other judges, on the basis of according to him, comparative satisfactory performance now, that they are far better than Justice Ilia.
Well, I don't know the yardstick the Honorable Attorney General used in measuring their performance. First of all, I don't even know who empowered the Honorable Attorney General to conduct such comparison in the first place. However, assuming without considering that that statement of the Honorable Attorney General is anything to go by, at least we are in a technologically advanced society. So the major requirement for being on the bench, for being a judge, is to have integrity. That, for me, is more important than even obtaining a law degree. Because when you have a law degree and you don't have integrity, you are a serious time bomb going somewhere to happen. So, taking the issue of integrity, taking the integrity test, for instance, we are in a technologically advanced. Just pick up your phone and Google Honorable Justice Beatrice Lazarus Ilia. You will see and share with your viewers and other members of the society what you see there. And take again the name of Honorable Justice Muazu Pindiga, Google it, and you will see the things that will be displayed on Google. This is a man that has various forms of allegations that border on his integrity. This is not an issue that we should just put blind eyes to. You understand? So I'm talking about performance. As I said, this woman just was there for 3 months. There has never been a day she has not been in office. Everything went smoothly. I tell you that the Honorable Attorney General cannot point at any other thing apart from that statement. That's the only thing he can just make blanket statement that looking at the comparative administrative, that doesn't hold any water.
I'm really actually surprised. I'm really actually surprised. You are a lawyer and you probably would be able to educate us better. Is it the responsibility of the Attorney General of a state to determine or recommend who should be the chief judge of that state?
You see, that is one of the things we are saying. I don't understand what role is the Attorney General playing in this situation. So the Attorney General has no any constitutional responsibility to dictate who becomes the chief judge of the state. The Attorney General is an appointee of the governor. The governor heads an arm of government. The CJ is another personality recognized by law as a person who head another arm of government. So I don't understand why an appointee of the governor who heads another arm of government is dictating who heads another arm of government, the judiciary. So you see, we are seeing strange things happening everywhere, and then there is no respect for the law, and people think that we can just sit down and accept these things. The Attorney General has no power, has no authority whatsoever under any law in our legal system to do what he is doing. So it's strange. The simple answer is the Attorney General lacks that power. That's the simple answer.
And we'll wait and see what the NJC does about this. That's the most important. That's the most important aspect now.
Sorry, please.
Yeah, you were going to say something.
Sorry, please. Can you take it again?
Yeah, I'm just saying we'll wait and see what the NJC does about this, because we would expect the NJC to have a say in this.
No. Yes. As a matter of fact, the NJC did say something on this. For instance, on the 11th of August,
okay,
this year, after a series of petitions were written against the Honorable Justice Moabu Tindiga, the NJC, I think sometime in August, they were invited for interview. So on the day of the interview, the panel of the NJC informed the Honorable Justice Tindiga that there is a petition before him. Consequently, he should go and respond to the petition. Of course, he responded to the petition, and on the 11th of August this year, the NJC gave a clear directive that the Gombe State Judicial Service Commission, through whom or through which the nominations ordinarily should come, should go ahead and do a fresh nomination. And in this fresh nomination, the name of the most senior judge must be there, which is Justice who is Justice Beatrice in this circumstance. And I want to inform you that as we are speaking right now, another invitation has been sent by the NJC, I don't know how, to Justice Tindiga and Justice Awa to appear for interview next week. This fresh invitation is against the clear directive of the NJC issued on the 11th of August.
Sorry, is it the NJC that has invited both judges to come for, invite them to come for interview? I don't get it.
Ordinarily, it's the NJC that interviews judges.
So it means the NJC is now discountenancing its former order.
Well, it seems so. And I don't see the reason why NJC will go ahead and send an invitation against its own directive. You see, so we are, as I said,
something is wrong somewhere.
So it's a very hopeless case. We don't even understand where to run to again, because the NJC, which ordinarily is expected to save the situation, something's going on there. I don't understand.
All right.
I hope that whatever it is that is wrong there will be corrected by the honorable men that man the NJC. Because right. I believe that they are men of integrity. For them to issue a directive that the right thing be done, I believe that they will not sit down and carry on the interview against its own directive.
All right. We'll wait and see what happens.
That directive has not been overturned.
We'll wait and see what happens. Ibrahim Mella, thank you very much for your contributions, and thank you for enlightening us on this very controversial issue.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's how much we can take on the program. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.